Hey guys, I'm Data, and welcome to another Hannibal review. This time, we're reviewing the newest and latest, greatest episode of Hannibal, and I have to say, this episode was crazy. One of the craziest episodes in the whole series so far. It stepped up the gore level, it stepped up, the acting level, in my opinion. I thought it was really good. Gave us a new perspective on a few characters, and yeah, it was just a great episode. So, before I get right into it, I'll let you guys know this review will contain spoilers, so if you don't not want to know what happened, watch the episode and come back. So, right off the bat, we found out the news about Beverly. And, we pretty much knew she was going to die from last episode. Hannibal had her. I mean, how could she take down Hannibal? It's just impossible. So, Freddie, the reporter, she goes and finds Beverly's body. So she calls the FBI. She doesn't do anything. She just lets them take care of it because, it's their friend, whatever. So they let the FBI go see Beverly's body. Now, this was crazy. This is probably one of the most goriest things. Hannibal cut up Beverly into slices and put her on display. Kind of dissected her and put her on display. And there's each slice separated, so it kind of looks like she's pulled apart. Very crazy. I did not see that coming at all, and I don't know, that's just crazy. That's a little too much, man. This show just keeps on pressing and pressing those gruesome ideas that, I don't know who thinks of this, but whoever does is messed up. So, Jack tells Will, and Will wants to see her, the body. So, this is where the famous, Silence of the Lambs, poster that they released for Season 2 comes from. So, Will is put in a straitjacket and put the famous Hannibal mask that covers their face, but it's clear, and I'll put a picture of it in the slideshow here, but it's really cool. It's just a really big homage to Silence of the Lambs. So that's really cool that they did that. It's just cool to see that kind of flipped situation there. But anyway, so they bring him there, and Jack lets him out of all the restraints, and Will looks around. He's brought to the crime scene where Beverly's body's there, and he sees Beverly's ghost, kind of solve the crime, Will, some, it's kind of weird, but whatever. So Will does the vroom vroom thing, if you know what I'm talking about, and so he goes into the killer's state of mind, and he sees that she was choked out, frozen, and then cut with a bandsaw, and then cut into slices, which is crazy, and he figures out that it's the Ripper and the copycat, because it's the same kind of style. He knows that it's pretty much the same thing, so he knows it's them. They actually look at the body, and they figure out the kidneys are not from Beverly. They're actually from the portrait killer, the one that sewed all the bodies together to make that giant eye. So they know that it's the same killer. The killer that did that killed Beverly. So they pretty much know that Beverly went to go try and find the Ripper, and they assume that she found him and was killed, which it actually is. So, now something crazy happens. So, Will in the prison cell, he gets a chance to talk with Abel, and he was from the last season, really cool character, I liked him, and basically they come to the conclusion. It was really good back and forth talking there, but, really good dialogue, but they come to the conclusion, and Abel says to Will, if you want the Ripper, there's no way you can capture him, you have to kill him. So that, Hannibal has that state of mind now, and he's trying to figure out a way to kill Hannibal, but there's no way that's coming up from him. So, Hannibal interviews Abel at this point, another really good back and forth, and then Freddie interviews Will. And Will tells Freddie about his admirer, and he's saying that, someone killed the judge, someone killed that cop, who did this? It's not the copycat, it's someone else, there's a secret admirer. So with Freddie's help, Will contacts his admirer through the internet, through her website, and, the admirer comes up to Will in the hospital, and he actually works in the hospital. But he didn't kill the judge, he says that right away. Which makes sense, because if you look at, how the judge was killed, it was in a very, artistic way, and that just screams Hannibal, so it probably was Hannibal. But the cop guy, he killed him, and basically he wants to work with Will, because he just admires him so much. So Will, this is, the best scene in the whole episode, maybe the whole series. He just says, I want you to kill Hannibal Lecter. And it was, the way he said it, though, was perfect. Perfect acting. But Abel's in the cell next to him, and he hears him, so he knows. So this is where everything kind of goes to a boiling point and gets crazy. So Hannibal is swimming, and, he's swimming in, a public pool, and the admirer comes up and shoots him with, a tranquilizer, and he sinks to the bottom. He ties up Hannibal, kind of like a crucifixion almost, cuts his wrist, he's bleeding out, and he's hanging from a noose, to choke him out, and he's just standing on a bucket. So he's, if he doesn't act fast, he's gonna get killed. Jack runs to the rescue. He shoots the admirer right there and then. Right when he rushes in, Myra's on the floor. He's gonna bleed out. He's gonna die. He got shot in the chest. He kicks the bucket under Hannibal. Hannibal starts choking. He's gonna die, but Jack runs up, picks him up, and saves him from choking out. So that was the whole episode. I thought it was great. One of my favorite episodes of this season and of this whole show, really. The imagery was really good, and just everything about the show, how it's progressing, how, it's developing. I just really like it. So, with that being said, thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.